Images of violence in Libya, Egypt, and Yemen have filled the airwaves over the last few days. Protests at American embassies, the killing of the American ambassador and some staffers at the embassy in Libya, believed at this time to be a separate planned attack. But much of the violence related to outrage over a short film available on YouTube that insults the Prophet Muhammad. One local imam says he hopes Americans watching realize that these actions are in large part culturally based, not religious. People often react differently in other countries than Americans are accustomed to.
We process things, like if we're going from 1 to 10, we go through each one of the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, then ultimately we get to 10. In many cultures throughout the world, actually, they don't have that same methodology when they're approaching matters. They go from 1 to 10.
Making for more volatile reactions like this. The imam hopes people also realize that even in those countries, the people protesting are simply a small portion of the largely Muslim populations. In fact, the governments have in large part condemned the violence, but it's often only the extremists who are heard, leading those who are unfamiliar with the religion itself to think the worst.
Stereotyping and painting everyone with the same broad strokes, I think, as it is oftentimes said, that's one of the worst things that we could do, because that becomes now another era. So two wrongs, definitely doesn't allow us to arrive at right conclusions.
Concerns over those stereotypes have led local Muslims to reach out to the community on a regular basis to try to bridge that gap of understanding.
We have to be proactive and try to bring about relationship building and education. It's the only way.